great pleasure to welcome His Majesty King Salman to the Oval Office.
Being a member of a royal family comes with many privileges, and being able to afford a luxurious lifestyle wouldn't be a big deal when you're a member of one of the richest royal families like the Saudi Arabia House of Saud. Today, we're going to look at King Salman's $1.5 trillion empire. The House of Saud is the name of the royal family of Saudi Arabia, and we can trace the name to as far back as the 18th century. However, the modern Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was established in 1932 by King Abdulaziz Al Saud. Shortly after this, oil was discovered in 1938, and since then, Saudi Arabia has become the world's largest oil producer. The result of this was the modernization of Saudi Arabia with the establishment of roads, basic communication system, improved healthcare and education, modern technology, and agriculture. This also contributed significantly to the wealth of the House of Saud, who controlled the state-owned Saudi Aramco oil company. In 2019, Saudi Aramco was considered the wealthiest company in the world by revenue. Also, there is at least 150 people in the royal family. However, the majority of the power, influence, and wealth is controlled by a group of about 2,000 of them, and the most influential person in the family is the King of Saudi Arabia. The House of Saud is the richest royal family in the world, with an estimated fortune of $5 trillion. Many members of the royal family have the best jobs in the country and own shares in several countries around the world. Now, let's take a look at the most influential person in the House of Saud, the King of Saudi Arabia. His name is King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. He was born on December 31st, 1935, and he's among the 45 sons of the first king of Saudi Arabia, King Abdulaziz Al Saud. He became king at age 79 in 2015 after the death of his half-brother, King Abdullah. He's reportedly worth about $18 billion, and with that vast amount of wealth, you can be sure he's living a luxurious lifestyle. King Solomon is one of the Suduri Seven, which means that he's one of the sons of the favored wife of his father. He was raised in Maraba Palace, and this was the only place with electricity and water closets with a drainage system. Then, the palace has 2 stories with 32 rooms. He attended the Prince's School in Riyadh, a school established by his father for just members of the House of Saud and sons of some prominent people in the country. He has been involved in the government from the early age of 19. His first appointment was to become the deputy governor of Riyadh province, a position he held for 9 years before finally becoming the provincial governor. He was the provincial governor for 48 years, and during this period, the desert town of Riyadh became a thriving metropolis with malls, museums, and luxury businesses that attract tourists today. In 2011, he became the second in line to the throne as the second deputy prime minister and minister of defense. Not long after this, he became the crown prince of Saudi Arabia and the first deputy prime minister after the death of his brother in 2012. Then, in 2015, he became the king, as well as the most influential person in the House of Saud. So, how does King Salman spend his billions? Apart from the oil business, which seems to be the main source of the family wealth, Salman's family have several investments at home and abroad. For instance, King Salman's family owns 10% of the media empire and several other major newspapers who refer to him as their owner. Again, you can have more than one palace when you are from the richest royal family in the world. King Salman does not have one palace, but 4, and the Al Yamamah Palace is the official residence and office of King Salman. The palace is located in the western suburb of Riyadh, and the outside is decorated with traditional Arabic designs. The interior is impressively designed with gold finishes and Italian marble floors and intricately carved ceilings. There are expensive silk carpets in the palace and stunning chandeliers. The Al-Ajah Palace is also located in Riyadh, but is situated northwest of the Al Yamamah Palace. Although this palace is new, it lacks the extravagance that you would expect to see in the palace of the richest royal family. However, the palace is not cheap. It's a multi-million-dollar palace that embraces the local architecture and design of Saudi Arabia. There is great attention to detail on every design, from the handcrafted walls and furniture to the mosaic flooring. Also, the rooms of the palace are decorated with historical pictures of riyads. The third palace is the Urga Palace, and it's the newest and biggest. It's located in central Riyadh, and non-royal family members hardly get to see what it looks like inside. This is where King Salman hosted President Obama during his visit to Saudi Arabia in 2015. This palace is a true representation of luxury, with expensive silk carpets in all the rooms, Italian marble, and crystal chandeliers. The tissue holder is made of pure gold, and the trash cans of solid silver. And lastly, his fourth palace is the Royal State Palace located in Jeddah. Although a previous king built this palace in 1982, it remains the property of the royal family, and King Salman uses it whenever he's in Jeddah. This palace lacks the extravagant design found in the other palaces, except for its marble floor and the two extra-large chandeliers. King Salman was once linked to a controversy where he used an offshore company to take up a mortgage for a property in London with $35 million. And one other way he displays his opulent lifestyle is his international travels. For instance, during his 9-day visit to Indonesia in 2017, he traveled with an entourage of 1,500 people, including 25 princes. That's not all. They had to book 4 hotels, and his cargo for the 9-day trip weighed 450 tons. It is believed that King Solomon has millions of properties all over the world, but he would rather keep them private, using his foreign companies to buy them instead. However, his son, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, also known as MBS, doesn't mind spending money for the whole world to see. He made the headlines in 2015 when he bought a $301 million world most expensive home in France. The 540 square foot castle sits on 57 acres of land with tennis and squash courts, a gold leaf fountain, and marble statues outside. The castle has 10 rooms, a ballroom, cinema, gym, wine cellar, and a club. The interior is designed with expensive marble from floor to ceiling, and it is an underwater chamber with sturgeons and coins swimming overhead and with an iPhone app. The control of the fountain light, sound system, and air condition is at his fingertips. But that was not enough for the prince. He also bought the most expensive yacht for $500 million. The yacht features 6 decks with state-of-the-art facilities that would make a 5-star hotel seem less luxurious. Also, he got himself the original Leonardo da Vinci painting Salvator Mundi for $450.3 million. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia is unapologetic for his expensive lifestyle. He once said in an interview, "I'm a rich person and not a poor person. I'm not Gandhi or Mandela. I'm a member of a ruling family that existed for hundreds of years before the founding of Saudi Arabia." That's it for today. You've seen the King Solomon's $1.5 trillion empire and how he spends his money, and we hope you enjoyed watching us. Before you leave, make sure to like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.